It's a show we call The Dating Game. It is a game show where I will present a player's name, and you guys, as contestants, a free agent, are going to have to decide whether you want to choose the option that is shown or swipe to see what the other option is. You have 4 choices, but once you say no thanks to an option, you can't go back for that player. So you're going to be each different players.
Yeah.
Present you one option, you swipe through, and you let us know what you want. Nate,
got it.
You're up first. Let's see the dating profile of who you will be finding a match for. This is Jameis, a 26-year-old quarterback from Tampa Bay via Alabama. He says he loves pregame speeches and he loves eating them W's. Let's see who his potential matches are, Mr. Burleson. Go right ahead. You are Jameis Winston.
Okay, all right. Chicago Bears right out the gate. Mitchell Trubisky is the guy, but it seems like people are on the fence about who he is. Is he a franchise guy, or is he an individual that was drafted too early and won't be a starter for the rest of his career? I'm going to go ahead and swipe on this.
Swipe in the Bears. All right.
They're going to give Mitchell Trubisky another opportunity. Now, here's the thing. Pause. When it comes to the Raiders, it's a new city. It's the Vegas Raiders now, but they do have so much money invested in Derek Carr. And if you look at his last season, he had career numbers. So with the money that they have already paid him, what he did last year, I don't see them walking away from Derek Carr in Vegas.
I just is the eye patch with the Jameis vision thing. I don't think it's just not striking me right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that's a fit.
Jameis in Las Vegas? How's that sound?
Swipe terrible.
Lost Jameis?
Okay, Lost Jameis is pretty good. New England Patriots.
If they get rid of Brady, dude.
I mean, let's go and swipe.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not even going into
this.
All right, I know, this is it. We only get 4.
Oh,
This is it.
So this is your guy.
Now, here's the thing.
Around.
Here's
What's
the
this thing, Nate?
I was at that last game, and I know you're saying, Nate, in that last game, it was an absolute joke. The first pass that he threw, pick 6 to the crib. And the last pass he threw in overtime, pick 6 to the crib. Yeah. But here's the thing, man, he got his eyes fixed. He got the LASIK, man. Kyle could speak on that. He got that years ago. He also got his thumb fixed. He also got his knee fixed. Jameis Winston is going to be rebuilt from the inside out. Hey, listen, Bruce Arians, you know you want somebody to grip it and rip it, fam? Go ahead and bring Jameis back, man. Give him a short-term, 1-year deal, and he'll do what he needs to do to prove he's the man for the job. Jameis, back with the Bucks.
Jameis going back.
Bionic Jameis.
Going back to Tampa. All right, MJ, you're next. Let's see who you will be finding a mate for. Ooh, meet Emmanuel.
Emmanuel.
A 32-year-old wide receiver who recently moved to San Francisco in the middle of the year. He says his friends call him Colonel Sanders or Manny, and he's looking for another ring to add to his collection.
Right.
Who might be looking to match with Emmanuel?
Look at this.
Okay.
Okay, no.
No.
You're already out.
She said no.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't think it's a good vibe.
It used to be swipe. She swiped it.
Don't go against me.
Ooh, Raiders again.
Now, we know that the Raiders need a wide receiver, somebody who can go out there, make big plays. And you know what I love about Emmanuel Sanders is that he's a thinner guy, long, lean, but he is tough. He can run. Yep. He can juke guys. He can take a hit. I mean, he definitely has the toughness to go with Raider Nation, with that vibe, Las Vegas. You know, he wears a Versace robe. He gave one to everybody in the wide receiver room in San Francisco. But no, I don't think this is the right
Swipe
one.
Here we go.
Okay.
Coming to town.
Talk about
the New York Jets. Emmanuel, the robe would fit in New York, for sure.
It's been done before.
It's been done before.
Okay. What do you think?
Pero no me gusta. I don't like it. And I'm swiping on purpose because I have a match for him in mind, and I hope that the
Is this it?
dating game guy. Yes! Here it is.
All right, staying again.
I felt it was such a perfect match for Emmanuel Sanders. The second he walked into that San Francisco locker room, it was like a beautiful marriage. He came in, he had presence, he was a leader, and that young wide receiver group, they really gelled with him. You saw everybody's play just get elevated the second he got there, what he was able to do for this team. I think this would be beautiful going into the next season where they're trying to repeat and win the Super Bowl.
Okay.
I think this is the match Emmanuel
Question
Sanders
for you, all 3 of you. You swiped early on the Patriots to say no, out of hand. Patriots, Tom Brady needs a second wide receiver with Edelman. I know he's 32, but isn't the Patriots enticing to you guys?
It always
Maybe I'm too close to it. Maybe. But I just feel like this, I could see it from the inside. I was in that locker room. I feel like this is
that Randy
right
Moss relationships make it intriguing for an older wide receiver to go play for the Patriots. Yeah.
All right, MJ, great job.
Great job, MJ.
All right.
Emmanuel
All right,
Sanders.
Kyle, you're up.
All right. This is based on MySpace. That's where I did my dating.
Yeah.
Top 8.
All right.
I was blackplanet.com.
Really?
Wow.
Kyle.
Where black people meet, Dog.
Black Planet? That's a site? No.
We're still looking for a
first
mate.
MySpace.
Kyle,
I have
let's
a
see
fear.
your free agent
Yes.
here. Let's see who you
I'm
got.
talking about Wakanda.
This is Byron.
Okay.
A 27-year-old cornerback from the Dallas area. Byron says he's a guy who loves to watch The Real World and is looking for someone to make him feel valued. Who might be a match for the other cowboy, Byron Jones? Let me explain the Real World thing here.
That's a real fact?
Yeah, the Real World thing. Byron Jones to the Dallas Morning News says, I don't watch much TV anymore. I'm trying to read more books, but the one TV show I always watch is The Real World.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous, it's stupid, but honestly, I've been watching since I was probably in middle school, so I just keep it going. So Byron loves The Real World. You were on The Real World.
Okay.
That's the perfect match.
I'm doing the math. If he's 27, he's been watching this since middle school, that's maybe 14 years. I'm in the clear. I'm 02 Chicago season, unless he started like when he was in 4th grade.
He started with Trishelle?
Maybe. And Peter, you're looking for a perfect match. Maybe we're at Trishelle, Amaya, Tanya, Ruthie. Are you at home right now? Did you used to watch The Real World in college? You know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the challenge, the old school. But who's the match for Byron? Oh, man.
It's really enticing.
What you got, Kyle?
You know, this tells you right now that I'm not really adept at this whole swiping game because I want him to go to Philly. I'm not swiping a single time.
Really?
This is the shot. You know, I got really excited on the show the other day because one of Bucky Brooks' mock draft had Philadelphia taking Henry Ruggs in the first round. And it's great because he runs a 4.2 and everything. I got crushed by Philly Twitter, but hold on, dude. Have you seen our secondary? We need help bad. We need safeties. We need corners. I want him to go to Philadelphia. And not only because they need the secondary, Peter, but here's the shot that I want. Next season, it's Eagles-Cowboys. Dak Prescott on 3rd and 9 drops back to pass in Jerry World. He is intercepted by Byron Jones, who runs it for a touchdown. They go immediately to the Jones box, and you know the frozen moment that's going to be. The guy that they didn't pay, the guy that I think they will pay, pick 6 it. Great drama, great player, and Philadelphia would be a Super Bowl contender with this guy.
Out of curiosity,
Yes.
because we got a little extra time here, I want to see what the other 3 choices are for Byron Jones.
All right, so if we were to swipe, where else would it be?
If we were to swipe it, who else?
Does he have regrets?
Okay, they're open for business. We know that. They need defense. I see them more as a fit for somebody like Jadeveon Clowney. I think they need the pass rush. Let's see who's after the Giants. Big Blue. All right, Gang Green. This has come up a lot, and I like this a lot, too, because there's been so much focus. Last year, though, it was C.J. Mosley. It was Levin. They've done the big splash before. I do wonder, though, with Big Joe Douglas, their GM, if he wants to make another huge splash. This will be his first year. I like it. I don't know if they'll do it, though. We have one more option.
Yeah, last one.
And swipe it. It seems to be a lot of these teams coming up again. I like this, too, but there's so much mystery about the Raiders, what they're going to do with the draft. I don't think they're going to really make the Tom Brady thing happen, so maybe, Peter, what's your take on Raiders?
I think they're going to be willing to offer Byron Jones something, and I say that with a little bit of knowledge of the league and that Byron Jones has a long list of suitors. But some history with these defensive players going to the Raiders, whether it be years ago and some of these big name ticket guys.
Charles Woodson, Nnamdi Asamoah.
Yeah, sure.
Right?
I don't know.
D'Angelo Hall, you remember that?
It's very enticing to wear that silver and black as a defender. So it's
never been more enticing, maybe. Isn't it? New city, new stadium, new coach, everything. So I think they're a player, but I would love, love, love to see him in Philadelphia.
The dating game. Jameis, Emmanuel Sanders, and Byron Jones. Where do you guys think they will...
Good morning, football. Back on your screens. We'll start it back with you with the latest news and headlines from around the league. Well, it wasn't too long ago that running back Carlos Hyde declared he definitely wanted to return to Houston, indicating he didn't want to start all over again with another team. Well, apparently Hyde is ready for a fresh start. Houston Chronicle reporting Hyde has declined a contract offer from the Texans and is ready to navigate those free agent waters. It's not known how much they actually offered him. He's coming off his first 1,000-yard rushing season last year in Houston. Hyde's next team would be his 6th in the past 4 years. Veteran linebacker Christian Kirksey is making the rounds. NFL Network's Mike Garafolo is reporting Kirksey visited the Packers on Thursday. He paid a visit to the Raiders on Wednesday. The Browns releasing Kirksey after 6 seasons. Left guard Quentin Spain isn't going anywhere. Everything he could possibly want is in Buffalo. Spain inking a 3-year deal with the Bills worth $15 million. Spain came to Buffalo after beginning his career in Tennessee. Spain allowing just 5 hits on quarterback Josh Allen and didn't surrender a single sack in 2019. Now, it has been the talk of the offseason as we wait for the first